Did you know that 70% of millennials live paycheck to paycheck, no matter how much they earn? This is pretty eye-opening, right? And if you've ever wondered why we're so behind on building real wealth, especially as women, then the Smart Money Woman series might just be the show that you need to watch. Well, for me, growing up in Nigeria, the talk around money was pretty much non-existent. We're encouraged to go to school, to get a good job, but no one ever sat me down and said, here's how you can build wealth. Here's how you can invest smartly and plan for your future. Does that sound familiar to you? Definitely not me. I know I'm not alone in this, but the Smart Money Woman breaks down all the taboos surrounding money and gives us practical lessons wrapped in a very compelling storyline. So today, I want to break down the financial lessons from the main characters, Zuri, Tammy, Adesuwa, Lara, and even Ladum. I'm not going to give too many spoilers, of course. Don't worry, I'm going to leave all the juicy details for you to discover on your own. You can watch the series on YouTube, and I will leave the link in the description below.
You draw me in slowly, brown eyes stare at me.
Say welcome to my channel. I am Wendy Ama, and I'm all about productivity, leveling up. I'm sharing business, career, and self-improvement tips that have helped me thrive in my adulting journey. If that sounds like your vibe, definitely stick around because this one is going to hit home. Now, before I get into the main financial lessons, let me give you a summary of what the show is all about. So for those who haven't seen the series yet, The Smart Money Woman is a Nigerian series based on the book by Arise Ugu. It follows 5 women, Zuri, Tammy, Adesuwa, Lara, and Ladum, how they navigate life, careers, relationship, and the complex world of personal finance in modern African society. So each of these women, they're wonderful women, but they face their own unique financial struggles. And let me tell you, this show is such an emotional roller coaster. There is Zuri, right? So Zuri is that young professional trying to live her best life, but soon she realizes that her paycheck is not enough to sustain that baby girl lifestyle. I don't know if you can relate with that. And then there's Tammy. Tammy is the stylish, bold entrepreneur. She has a clothing line, but she relies on her daddy for financial support until life really hits her hard with how to be independent. And then we have Adesuwa. Adesuwa is a successful lawyer, but her life is full of twists, balancing her career, being the breadwinner, and navigating really complex marital issues. Then we have Lara. Lara is the epitome of a career powerhouse. She's successful in the oil and gas industry, building wealth with smart investments, but also taking on the responsibility of supporting her siblings, her mom, and, family wahala. And then there's Ladum. I can't really say much about Ladum because she wasn't a consistent character in the series, especially in season 2. She was pretty much non-existent, but she was the kept, pampered housewife who likes to live it up. So the beauty of this series is that it intertwines real-life financial lessons with each of their personal journeys, and it makes it so relatable for me. Whether you're just starting your career or you are at the top of your career, there's so much to learn from this. I'm going to break it down by character. So let's dive deeper into what we can learn from each of these characters. I'll start with Zuri. Zuri is like the lead character, right? And her financial journey is definitely a wake-up call for many of us. She's a young professional, she has a great job and a polished lifestyle. But deep down, she's drowning in debt and she's living paycheck to paycheck. So here's what we can learn from Zuri. The first one is to track your spending. Zuri's wake-up call comes when she realizes that she has no idea where her money is going. So her first step was to track every penny. And this is such a critical step for anyone serious about financial control. And you need to start by creating a simple spreadsheet or use an app to track your recurring expenses. And the second lesson to learn from Zuri's story is to create an emergency fund. Life throws Zuri unexpected financial challenges, and this teaches her the importance of having an emergency fund. This is what my husband used to call Yara gas money. So don't wait for an emergency to start saving. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses. And the third thing is to get intentional about repaying your debt. So Zuri start making strategic moves to pay off her debt, which is something that many of us can relate to, especially if you live in the US like I do. There's student loans, there's different payments. You don't need to pay everything off overnight, but having a plan makes a world of difference. So Zuri's journey is very relatable to anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed by their finances and don't even know where to start. So now let's get into Tammy. Tammy's story is very interesting to me because Tammy is that fashion forward, glamorous entrepreneur that I personally adore. She's running a clothing line called Irawo and she's stylish, but beneath her fashionable exterior, Tammy's financial journey is one of dependence and learning tough lessons. So for most of her life, Tammy has relied on daddy for financial support. And this actually gave her a false sense of security. But when life actually throws a curveball at her, she's forced to figure things out on her own. So what are the lessons we can learn from Tammy? Number one lesson, don't rely solely on external support. It's okay to have support from family, from your husband, from your parents, but financial independence is key. You don't want to depend solely on others for your financial stability. The second lesson we can learn from her is to separate personal and business finances. So Tammy learns that mixing her personal expenses with business finances is a huge mistake. So if you're a business owner, keeping your finances separate is definitely essential to business growth. And the third thing to learn from her is to manage your cash flow wisely. Running a business is not just about having passion for the business. You need to manage your cash flow carefully. And Tammy soon realizes that that's the key to her success. So Tammy's story is a very powerful reminder of the importance of financial independence and the resilience it takes to learn from hard lessons. So now let's get into Adesua. Adesua, to me, she's just, I just love her. Adesua is a successful lawyer. She seems to have it all together, but even she is not immune to personal and financial struggles. She's the breadwinner in her family, and she's also a mom. But she has to balance her demanding career with complicated marital problems. I'm not even going to get into all her marital issues with Soji. Watch the series and you'll find out more. But here's what we can learn from Adesua. Number one is financial independence matters, even in marriage. Adesua's career and income kind of give her a little bit of financial stability, but she learns that having savings and investments is very vital. No matter what is going on in your personal life, in your marriage, you need to have a good investment. Another lesson is communication is key. So money is often a source of tension in relationship and marriages. And Adesua's story shows the importance of having open and honest conversations about finances with your partner. The third thing to learn from her is to think long term. So even though Adesua has a stable income today, she begins to realize that she needs a plan for her long-term future. And that's what we all need to do, because protecting our financial future is just as important as dealing with present-day challenges. So Adesua's journey reminds us that career success doesn't always guarantee financial security. To me, it doesn't, unless you plan for the future. Now let's get into Lara. Lara is my girl. She's the wealth builder. Lara is the character that I admire the most of all the characters. She's the true definition of a wealth builder. She's a successful career woman in the oil and gas industry. She's all about making that money through smart investment. She doesn't play with her money. What can we learn from Lara? Number one thing to learn from her is to invest wisely. So Lara doesn't just work hard for her money, but she grows it by being intentional with her investment. And smart investing is a key to wealth building. Another lesson we can learn from her is to stay focused on our goals. Lara's determination to build her empire, despite her family pressures, is inspiring. She doesn't let anything distract her from her financial goals. So wealth requires planning and responsibility. And Lara just teaches us that financial success is all about being disciplined and having a plan. And one of my favorite scenes in the series, the second season, was when Lara was negotiating her salary like a boss. And she really proves that smart women, they don't settle for less than they deserve. Lara is definitely the blueprint for anyone that is serious about building a legacy. So these are all beautiful lessons. So what are some of the let me wrap it up and summarize some of the takeaways from this series. What can we take away from the Smart Money Woman? Zuri, she reminds us to take control of our finances, starting with tracking and managing debt. Tammy shows us the importance of building independence and treating your business seriously. Adesua teaches us to plan for the future and communicate openly about our finances with our partners. And Lara is a role model for wealth building through focus, strategy, and smart investment. So if you haven't watched the Smart Money Woman series yet, it's available on YouTube. So I've linked it in the description below. So let me know in the comments, which of those characters do you resonate with the most? And which of them speaks more to you? If you've enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
You draw me in slowly, brown eyes stare at me.